So guys, welcome back to the channel. James here. How's it going? And in today's video, we're going to be looking at this. Let's put it there because autofocus is shit on the S5. The Sigma 24-105 f4. So one of the biggest decisions to make when packing for a shoot is which lens to take, and every job requires a different kind of focal length. But there are these lenses which pretty much cover 70% to 80% of most jobs. So this is the Sigma 24-105, and this is one of my favorite lenses. I've had it for a while now, and these are just some of the reasons why I still absolutely love this lens. So some of these reasons will be applicable to your 24-105s in terms of the nature of the lens. So 24-105 is a really nice range of focal lengths, which will cover you from nice and wide on 24 up to telephoto on the 105 end, and that will be enough for most shooting scenarios. 24-105, nice versatile focal lengths, perfect for run and gun video work. Yes, this lens has image stabilization, which is perfect for run and gun, on the go, all day. No wanting to take this lens off, and no need to grab a gimbal or anything like that. You could just handheld. And one thing which kind of tallies up with the IS is the fact that the weight of the lens is quite heavy. So I think that's a plus for this lens, where the weight will also help with any kind of micro jitters too. If you're on a non-native Canon body, like I've shot with the S series cameras with the 24-105, and I've also shot on my G9 with the 24-105, and I've used the IS, and it really does help stabilize the footage. So IS built into this lens is a real good plus for this Sigma 24-105. So the Sigma also is a really nice performer in terms of optics. I'm always pleased with the end results. When shooting with this lens, I don't see any major issues with flaring or chromatic aberration, and always pleased with the level of sharpness this lens can actually produce. So optically, a really solid performer. The focus and the zoom ring have a real nice feel to them, even though this is a photography lens and not a film cine lens. The rings on the lens are really nice. You get a nice resistance when getting focus, and whenever I've shot video and I've used manual focus with the lens, I'm always happy with the way it performs, and I don't find it difficult at all to get focus when using manual focus. Albeit the lens doesn't have a real long throw, but it's still quite easy to get focus with this lens. And also it has semi-hard stops either end, so you're not constantly going around and around and around. You get a real indication of when you're at the closest and the furthest point. Also, I really like the fact that it's a constant aperture. I mean, there's plenty of zoom lenses out there, mainly kit lenses, to be honest, which have variable apertures, and that's a problem if you set up your shot, you've set your exposure, your lighting, and then you want to punch in. You'll find then your aperture will drop down and close down, making the image a lot darker. Then you've got to readjust everything to accommodate for that adjustment in zoom. With the f4 constant aperture, you don't have to worry about that. You can just expose and zoom in and out as much as you want, and exposure doesn't change. f4 isn't the brightest. It's okay, particularly on full frame cameras. You can get away with a lot in terms of dynamic range and boosting the ISO. These later cameras now do tend to perform well in higher ISOs. So f4, you can kind of get by with that. Bokeh, in terms of f4 bokeh, again on full frame, f4 bokeh looks really, really nice. It's not extreme like an f1.2, but nevertheless, it's not always needed to be hyper blown out with the background. But you know, you can get around that on the wider end. You can move a bit closer to the subject. It's more telephoto. You're going to get a compression of that focal length, so you can achieve nice blurry backgrounds. But yeah, f4, you've got to work a little bit harder. But nevertheless, f4 is a decent aperture. Moving on to my last plus as well, the fact that this is a EF lens Canon EF lenses are very easy to adapt. There's so many adapters out there available for all types of camera bodies, including the L mount. And I enjoy mounting the EF 24-105 to my S series cameras. But I really like adapting my Sigma 24-105 to my Micro Four Thirds cameras using a speed booster. And the magic of speed boosting means that that f4 actually gets reduced down to an f2.8. So if you want to use the 24-105 in slightly darker situations, and you've got a Micro Four Thirds camera, then that's definitely a possibility. A good way to go to get an extra stop of light is to adapt it to a speed booster and get that f2.8. And if you're wondering on focal lengths with a speed booster, so if you slap on a 0.71 magnification speed booster, such as the Viltrox EFM2, then that 24-105 f4 goes to a 34mm to 150mm f2.8. How cool is that? So guys, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. And as always, don't forget to comment down below. Let us know what your workhorse lens is. Do you have the Sigma 24-105? Do you have a 24-105? Which brand is it? But yeah, please let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Goodbye. This one's good, but this one's also pretty good. You might want to consider this one. Watch one after the other. What the fuck I'm doing.